Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is another story time. So I basically put a poll on my Instagram and you guys voted for a story time and a day out equally. So I thought of doing a story time because I live in Hyderabad, India, and it's raining. It's September and it's raining heavily. It's crazy raining. The dams and everything are filled, and the rivers are overflowing, so it's not safe to go out. So I thought just do a story time instead, and we'll do a day out vlog later. So um actually it's today is one of my cousin got into medical school, so today it's the celebration of that. And with that, I'm gonna get ready for it and do a juicy story time and how I got scammed by a friend. So let's start. So first, as usual, I did my skin prep way before. So let's start with the foundation. So this happened when I was like in first year of my college, my fashion school. So this girl enrolled later for diploma, and she was a teacher's pet. Let's call her S because that's her initial. She was not even the teacher's pet, she was just admin's pet, and the actual teaching faculty kind of hated her because she was definitely not good at studies. So yeah, and rest to my hands. So yeah, basically she was not good in studies. She herself was a Muslim, but she used to do pretty Islamophobic, like she used to say pretty Islamophobic stuff just to get Islamophobic admin's attention. So basically she was a person who should be ashamed of herself, and that's what her reality was. And she grew closer to admin, like by doing all of this shitty Islamophobic talks, like, oh my god, yeah, I don't wear hijab, I find it restricting. Maybe how you were introduced to it was restricting, and how I was introduced to it was empowering. So let's not bash each other for choices we made. It's like literally a personal choice. But she used to say that in front of an Islamophobic admin, and she used to call me and my other hijabi friend, and she used to say, you guys don't look like girls, you guys don't look like young girls, why are you guys wearing this, just don't wear it, and all of that shit we had to go through. And so yeah, that's another story. So she was so she this is her character, or this is her personality, to kind of put people down to make herself feel good. And she was like, I don't found her very good looking, but she was fair and she had long straight hair. So Indians lose their shit when they see somebody who's fair. So everybody called her pretty and everything. So and I did not had any problem with that. I mean, consider her pretty or whatever. So she came from this very restrictive and sick family, where she wasn't even allowed to, like, why is this cakey? So she wasn't even allowed to take off her niqab, but she used to take out the hijab and everything. So again, that's her call. So one day she stopped attending classes. So I heard that her father was sick and everything. So I was like, okay, fine. I did not care so much. I did not care so much at the time, and I was like, okay, fine, yeah. Then she texted me, and she texted me, assalamu alaikum, are you good, what are you up to? And I was like, yeah, nothing, walaikum salam, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just up to classes and college and everything. I feel the need to apply this shimmery face powder. Anyway, so then she was like, okay, can I tell you something? And by the way, on side note, she also had a boyfriend. So yeah, she was like, can I tell you something? And I was like, yeah, sure, anything, you can tell me anything. And she was like, it's okay, it's very embarrassing. I was like, no, tell me, nothing is embarrassing, we are friends and everything. So she hit me with, my dad is sick and I want 10,000 rupees. So I was like, I'm not sure if I can lend you. So lending is when you give money to people when they are in need and they are supposed to return you back. That's called lending money, right? So yeah. So I said, I don't know if I had that much money to lend you, but I'll just let you know after talking to my mom and my elder brother. And my mom was like, okay, I think we can help them, but are you sure that she would pay back? So this girl is enrolled in my college, where is she gonna run? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we lent her the 10,000 rupees, and then she was like, thank you very much, I will never forget it. By the way, I am putting the inspo for my look here somewhere. So yeah. And then I was like, okay, fine. And she said, I'll return you by so and so date. And I was like, fine, she's giving me a date. So she's reliable. And um, she again, then she again calls me and say, I want 3K more, just 3K and nothing else. So maybe if she's so specific with numbers, she must not be lying. And I continue to help her. So then again I gave her 10 3,000 rupees, so that is 13,000 rupees that I have lended her. And then she disappeared. She stopped picking my calls, and I go bonkers. I haven't told my mom yet, okay? I know what will happen if I tell my mom, so I haven't told my mom this, and I'm just trying to figure this whole shitty thing out by my own. Like, what do I have to do? And with my other friend, and she's like, Safa, until you found something really strong to fight against, just don't tell your mom already, it'll just freak her out. And I was like, yes, exactly. My family is not the group of people who would take a bad news in a good way. They would just, I know, oh my god, I know they would like freak out and all of the that stuff. So I'm not telling them anything until I found something like her address or her parents' phone number. So I tell my admin that this so and so thing happened and I need her address and her parents' number ASAP. So she told me, what she was like, her first reaction was, Safa, do you have a lot of money? Like, are you so full of money that you're giving it out to scammers? She left college. Yup, she dropped out, and I lost my shit there, guys. Seriously, like, it's 13,000. I mean, it's not a lot when you have it, but it's a lot when you get scammed. Okay, so yeah, and she dropped out of college, and I don't have her address or something, but this is her parents, this is her mom's number, and this is her father's number, and this is her sister's number. So you can have it, and best of luck finding your money, dumbass. So my family has always been this stupid emotional fools, but I guess we have learned our lessons. So yeah, again, um, what I'm gonna do for blush, I don't know. So then I called her dad, and before telling my mom, this is all before I tell my mom that we just got scammed. So I called her dad and I was like, okay, so uncle, were you sick? And asked money for you, like for your treatment. And he said, yes, I was sick, but I was sick in December, and we did not had to ask people for money. Like, I sent him the screenshots. Thank God we did the payment by Google Pay, which is a UPI. Anyways, so we paid her through UPI, so we had the screenshots, and I shared him the screenshots where S asked me for money. Like, so he was convinced, and he was like, okay, I will talk to her mom and I'll tell you when are we gonna like pay this off and everything. And I was like, okay, wow, oh my god, I look beautiful. So I was like, I'm not gonna wait until you pay me back. I'm gonna take my money. So I called her mom again and I called her sister. And her sister had the bitch attitude ever. And I called her and she was like, why are you calling me? This has everything to do with S and not me. Stop calling me. Stop bothering me. I was like, ma'am, are you not her sister? And she was like, yes, yes, I am. Like, won't you get arrested if won't you all live in the same house? And she was like, yeah. So I was like, won't you get arrested if I like if I file an FIR on you guys? And she was silent. I mean, I don't know why people think it's so easy to scam. In India, people are like very scared, like victims are very scared to go to police station and file a complaint or something because they think it'll bring dishonor or something, some BS like that. But I'm not one of those. You wrong me, I will take action. And yeah, so she was dead silent, and that scared them. Yeah, or else the whole family was full of scammers. I don't think they were going to pay me off without the police and the FIR things. So I talked to her, and I came home. I tell my mom everything, and I was like, yeah, wait, back to the college. I haven't left for house yet. There was a girl, let's call her Dina. So Dina was like a decent girl. Like, she is still a good friend of mine. She's married and happy. And so she was the only girl in the group, in the circle, who knew how to ride a bike, a scooter. So she had a scooter, and so S became a good, like, very good friends with Dina, just because she could take her to places and drive her off and drop her off. So just gonna fill in my eyebrows. So then Dina was like, Safa, I know her address. Like, I have picked her up from her house like several times. I know her address. I know her brother's name. I know everything. So I asked for the family's names and the UPI ID, which she claimed that was her brother. And she the UPI ID she claimed was of her brother's, and took money from me was not of her brother's but instead of her boyfriend. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a couple just scammed me and my family. I mean, what am I supposed to do? So I was so shocked and disappointed in myself. Like, how could I fall for this? I'm so stupid. I did not ask for bills, hospital bills, and nothing. And mind you, her father was sick back in December, and she asked me for money on January 31st, then on February 3rd. 10 days before my birthday. Diva is having so much stress to deal with. I was like, oh my god, I have a birthday coming up and we are scammed. How am I gonna able to celebrate with all the guilt if I don't recover the money? So again, I went full on bonkers. And also, one more really interesting thing came out. She was like, Dina told me, Safa, can you just tell me the exact dates where she asked you for money? And I was like, yes, of course, I can tell you the dates. Why not? And I told her it was 31st January and 3rd February. So Dina asked me, like, Safa, can you state the exact dates where she asked you for all the money? And I said it's 31st January and 3rd February. And Dina looked through her phone and she was like, look, she called me on 31st January, and her tone was so off. She was like, Dina, I had a fit with my parents. I'm outside my home. Can you please come pick me up? I want to go to shopping. And she was like, but you just had beef with your parents. How do you have money, bitch? She was like, no, I have money on me. It's my boyfriend's money. Just come and take me to shopping. No, it was my money. So she was like, Dina, come and pick me up, and I want to go to shopping. And she was like, no, like, you cannot talk to me in that tone. I'm not your driver. I'm not your servant. I'm not gonna come. And besides, my mom does not kind of like you, so yeah, I'm not going with you. I'm not going shopping with you. So she was like, okay, I'm not coming. And then again on 3rd February, when she uh, asked for more 3K, she again called her, can you come? I'm sorry for the last time. Can you come? Can we go to shopping? And she was like, still no, sorry. My mom does not allow it. So yeah, I just can't. And she was like, okay. So she told me that this must be your money she's talking about. And again, I have her boyfriend's number through his UPI ID. So I'm calling him and I'm bashing him, and I'm calling her mother, and I'm calling her sister, and I'm calling her father, and I'm bashing literally everyone. Like, her brother, she claimed that he was in UK, so I guess he was. Is my frame crooked? Anyways, I'll fix it. I'm not proud of the way I talked to her mom, but I had to. It was my family's hard-earned money, and I could not just let it go like that. So her sister was like, don't you have any um like I could hear her sister telling her mom the dialogues, and her mom was like, don't you have any manners how to talk to elders? And I was like, when elders are thieves, I don't talk to any thief with respect. And her sister like barged, maybe she, I think she grabbed the phone from her, and she was like, who are you calling thieves? And I told, watch your fucking tone. That was my money your daughter took, saying that she will pay me back and it's for her dad's treatment. And she then later gave it to her boyfriend, and don't know what she did with that money. You are lucky that I haven't filed an FIR on you guys. So you better get your tone fucking right with me, or I'll see you with the police at your house. I know your address. And that's what scared them the most. And they were like, okay, fine, just give us this. And they kind of paid me back in like 3 days. Like one time it was 5,000, then it was like 6,000, then it was like 2,000. So even for that 2,000, I had to just call them, it today is the day, just fucking pay me back. And I later told her mom that I am so sorry, auntie, that I had to go like this, but your daughter seriously needs some discipline. She needs to be disciplined, or she needs to get to her fucking senses, because this is not how I wanted to talk to you, but I am also compelled to do this because this is none other than my mom's money. And sorry, I cannot compromise my family situation, right? So she again was like, yeah, okay, I understand and everything. By the way, I love this color. But that's how I got my money back, and I will show my full look in the next clip. Yeah. So don't give off your valuable money to people. Like, I'm not telling you to don't help people, just help them, but take the proof, take the hospital bills or something. Yeah. So be smart and always help yourself first before helping others. And that is it. I'll see you guys in another video, and hopefully it stops raining cats and dogs in my city and I can go out again. So, yeah, see you guys again, and feel free to comment down what you want to see next. Until then, bye.